Welcome, everyone. We are back here live in beautiful Windsor, Nova Scotia. Ready to bring to you. We get our setup all set up here. I do apologize. I'll try that again. Hi, I'm Mike Ellie here, High Button Sports. Bringing you the live U18 AAA female hockey. This is the second of a back-to-back. These two teams played yesterday in Bedford at the Greenfoot Energy Center. Lynx versus the Caps, with the Greenfoot Capitals coming up on top yesterday with a 5-0 victory. So we'll see here if the Lynx can bounce back here on Super Bowl Sunday as both teams with their celebration at their respective ends. Greenfoot wearing their black jerseys, Lynx wearing their whites. Starting goaltender for Greenfoot, as they see them putting the pegs in the net, it's going to be number 30. Lauren Delaney, I believe she played yesterday as well. As we see, the Caps have a couple of their 6 players, one goalie and a player. As I look down there, I think it's Carney and Parsons, if I saw their names correctly, wearing the white jersey on the line there for O Canada. And down the other end, we're going to have number 31, Ellie Power, between the pipes for the Lynx. We're going to listen in to the announcement here. As they're announcing players there standing on the line. Maybe some future U18 players in the mix. They're both 9 years old, both through their second year of hockey. But we're going to bring this to center ice and get ready for go time. These two teams sitting close in the standings as well. Of course, Caps coming off the win yesterday increased their lead a little bit. They try to fix a little deficiency in the ice here at center ice at the John Parrish Jr. Arena. They had some high-level energy shinny hockey on before this. I'm sure they just ripped the ice up. That's a little bit of patching. The officials come to center. Looks like we're going to be ready to get things started. You hear the players banging their sticks on the boards. They're ready to go. We hope you're ready at home as well. And the Caps going to grab the draw to start. Look to put inside the zone. They're looking to collapse quickly on the puck. Now trying to stop it at the blue line. Looking to walk in. There's the first shot on goal and rebound. And everybody's collapsing it as crashing hard. There was Payne looking for to start this one early, but a nice save. The rebound's pushed aside, but now it's kept on top. Now top of the circle. Moved over again. Payne going to hand it on down low. That's going to be chipped off, and the Lynx will look to move it out. They're going to flick a high one up, but they're going to be a little bit too high. You got this tall glass along the boards, but that can way up into the netting. So they'll keep that face off inside. The Lynx tried to clear the zone. So the Capitals starting right where they ended off yesterday. Looking to get on the scoreboard here early. Both teams making some changes. Barely 30 seconds here into the first period. This draw, one back to the corner. Lynx going to go off the wall. Now they look to carry. Far side. Trying to find some room. They bring the puck up the ice here is McNeil. Avery McNeil having a look out front. She stops up in the corner. Trying to stick it on. Trying to find him. They score! Look to push it out front, and I believe it hit Delaney's skate and found some room in the back of the net. And just as we down the other end with the flurry action start, the Lynx come right down the ice, and they pop one home. They get the first goal of this hockey game, and it's going to be number 5, Avery McNeil, giving the Lynx a 1-0 lead. Wait for the official announcement, of course. But they didn't score any in yesterday's game, so a better start here this afternoon. will bring it back to center. And the Lynx control the draw. A little D at their own line. They're going to hit the red line, dumping in deep. Delaney out to play it, push it to the corner. Now it's going to be picked up by Wilkie, who moves it up ice. Gets as far as center. It's picked off by the Lynx, and they're going to spin and turn the other way. That pass through the neutral zone as these two teams just going back and forth through neutral ice. Now the Caps look to reset. Trying a little move, but stepping up, taking that puck away and trying to find some room is Grima. Couldn't quite bull her way to the front of the goal. Now battle ensues just behind the goal line. Two white jerseys, two black jerseys, trying to knock that puck loose. Referee right there telling them to move it. They do move it along the boards, chipping in from the blue line, keeping it in was McLean. Now the Caps looking for some room along the boards here. There's big collision there as well as that puck came outside the line as everybody got caught looking down at the puck. Now the Lynx got to put it right back in deep again. They look for a change. Chance here for Wilkie to look up ice. Pass here on the tape of Alain, who hits the red line, dumps in deep as she heads for a change, and then the Lynx will go the opposite side. And then fresh out the bench, it's another collision. There's a couple bodies colliding here as they're looking at the puck. But the Caps bring the puck in the zone. Now from the corner. Trying to spin off. Looking for it back here at the blue line. They push one towards the front of the goal. Lynx pick that off, and they're looking to skate up the ice now is Gabrielle. Gets it inside the line. Bouncing puck. Put down low, now from the corner. Looking out front with the backhand was Landry, and this time able to hold on is Delaney, sorry, and she's going to keep a hold of that puck, force the face-off inside the Capital zone. Few games left here in the regular season for the U18 female as playoffs get going there after next weekend. Both these teams have another game. There's a deflection right in front that Delaney just gets a toe on, makes the save. Capitals try to clear it out. Lynx right there to put it back in. Caps will try again just below us. And the Lynx relentless on this puck here in the neutral zone, keeping the Capitals down deep. A little opposite than the start of this game. Now trying to pick a pass off along the wall. And it's still loose in the skates right at the blue line. Landry trying to walk in. Landry now tops out. He fires the one. That got to go off the glove of Delaney, forced to the corner. Caps will try the opposite side now. From corner to corner as they look up ice. Looking to go for a skate. Trying to find some room. Josie Leslie along the boards loses the handle. And the Lynx again look to clear. Pass far side. Trying to catch up to it there with McEachran. She gets it just inside the line where the Capitals regain possession. Leslie going to hand it back to her D partner. Looking up ice now is Wilkie. Can't make anything happen there as the Lynx will have it at center. By herself now as her teammates are making a change. She's going to like to throw a shot on goal that Delaney's able to paddle to the side, but she gets her own rebound. Gets taken down trying to put that out front with Parach. Now the Caps looking from the far side. Trying to spin away from a forecheck. Put down in behind. Moving up ahead. Drodry can't clear. Lynx push it to the far side. Picked up now by Walter, who looks for the clearing. But that's going to go up and out of play as we pretty well at the 4-minute mark here of the first period. Lynx scoring the first one. Faceoff will stay in the Capital zone. We get them all lined up on the draw. Faceoff, one straight back. Capitals rimming around the old horn. Along the boards now, picked up by Drodry, who's going to hand it back. Looking up ice now is Payne. Payne looks for the other side. She's going to like to go for a skate now. Has to reset it. She lost handle of the puck for the moment. She's going to go cross ice with it as she hands it off to Lapierre. Lapierre looking for a lane and losing an edge and sliding down, and watch out, everybody's up and okay. And see if this one makes it to the length of the ice. Didn't quite get a piece of it outside the blue line there as the Capitals player tried to reach out to negate that icing, but icing will be the call. And we'll bring it back into the Capital zone. Looks like blocker side draw here for the face-off. This face-off gets back Capital's able to clear it. Now we got to get a race for it. This one they say is deflected, so no icing. Lynx look to pick it up behind their own goal. Going to reverse it as they start to look up ice. They do get outside the blue line as these two teams have been pretty physical here as they gain entry to the line here for the Lynx. Here's McEachran. She gets taken to the boards. Capital's cleared out. See if this one makes it far enough for icing. It's starting to slow down a little bit. Icing's waved off. Lynx pick it up. Look to bring it up through the middle now. See a player open at center. He gets taken down. She knocks it in deep. Referee's arm stays down as well. Lynx making a change. Capital's looking to take advantage. Little touch pass, Alden. Leads it for Kearney. She's in stride now, looking to make some moves happen, and she goes all the way around the goal. Goes back to the blue, but they were making a change. Wasn't quite back off the bench yet. Capital's had to tag up on the offsides. They put it back in deep. Chance here for Andrews as Jayla Andrews passes it up through the middle. That comes outside the zone. Capital's right there to put it back in, but it lands on Vickers' stick, and she's going to bring it up ice. She hits the red line, dumps it right in. Look for a bounce on those backboards. Maybe they come right out front with it. Capital start to move it up. Little pass up through to the far side. Partial 2-on-1 shaping up. And she gets forced to the boards but can't quite get the pass out front as she had her teammate crash in the goal. Now getting taken down. Pass out front. Shot gets through. Just get a blocker on that with her. One of our nicest save here of this game so far. But I believe the net's going to be knocked off in behind as that puck's kept in. So Power getting a piece of that with a blocker and force it to the side. As the Capitals buzzing around the offensive zone now, looking to get that goal back that was scored early here to start this game. As we're getting set up for the face-off. Double check net, squirt a little bit of water. A little bit of snow in the corners. Look at a drop of the puck. There's a shot from the blue line. That misses on the far side. Takes a bounce, comes out the boards. Lynx looks to clear. That's going to be gloved in right at the blue line. With the appreciation of our teammates, the Lynx will try the opposite side now. They do chip that up ahead. Now we're going to get a race for it. Trying to get through a big body check there, and that's going to be a penalty. And hopefully she's up and okay. She's down there a little bit. As flying in along the boards there is Landry, and nothing but shoulder on shoulder. She is up and okay. I cover a lot of hockey. That's one of the bigger checks I've seen this year. And heading to the box, number 58, Marley Payne, I apologize. Off on the clock, we're still waiting for the... It's going to be 2 minutes. 2 minutes for body or 2 minutes for boarding. You take calls to Lynx, who scored to start this hockey game. Now got to get an opportunity in the power play, looking to double up their lead. And they control the draw. Lose the handle for the moment. They're trying to put it in front of the net. Now he picked off. He was short-handed. Opportunity as Power brings the puck up the ice. She's going to get forced to the boards. Now to the far side. Power still down there, short-handed, causing all kinds of trouble. Now it's picked up, pushed a little bit too far, and the Capitals will just send it down the length of the ice. To the far side now. Lynx along the boards as they look to bring the way up ice on that far side. Excuse me, couldn't quite get the pass through. Capitals pick it off. They're going to make the set again, and you had to be careful there. That was close to too many players as they were making a change. Now Austin. As you listen for the penalty call. A minute to go here on said power play. As McNeil gets spun out, they force it back. McGinnis looking to move it up to McNeil. McNeil, little spin move as she brings the puck over the line. Trying to drop it back, trying to push it forward. Both teams look for it, Caps have it, and they'll send it back down the length of the ice. Power out to play it as she leaves it for McGinnis. McGinnis has looked up quickly as Prince claps on her quickly, forcing her back in deep. 30 seconds remaining here in the power play. They have a quick look up ice. They start to break out now. Pass on the tape. And in stride for Vickers. Vickers coming in. Vickers here short side. Vickers looks out front. Elects to keep. Now hands off on the far side. Right from the hash marks along the boards. Looking out front. Look for a deflection. That goes off the stick. Couldn't get much on it. As it goes to the corner. Under 10 to go. Pass back top to the blue line. And that's going to be deflected. Never going to get a race for it. As a good active stick there. And knocking that out was Kearney. And she's still looking for it as the penalized players out of the box are back to 5-on-5. As Jodry look for a loose puck, but the Lynx have it. As they make their way up through the middle now. With some speed, Landry got 2 to beat, makes a little move, trying to poke it through. And almost dangled both D, but couldn't quite get it in tight to get a shot off. And now the Caps look to clear from that far side. Pinched off the puck as it goes inside the zone. Picked up now by McLean. Hands off along the boards. They're going to move that down the length of the ice. That's going to go a little too far. Going to race for it, but the whistle is going to go. And icing will be the call. Just over 9 gone here, first period. Lynx scored one early, then had a chance in the power play that the Capitals were able to kill off. Now we'll have an icing face-off in the Lynx zone as the Capitals look for the equalizer. On the draw. It's kind of a scramble draw. It gets pushed to the corner. Lynx going to put it in behind, but it's picked off by Parsons. Parsons losing the corner, but gets some help from her teammate. And now it's back to Leslie. Leslie at the blue line. Got a hand off, walking in top of the circle, looking for some room to shoot. Firing one! And that hit a body in front. And it had some room on that far side. I believe that was Jodry ripping that shot. Now the Lynx will start to move it out. It's in the skates on the far side. Austin, as the Lynx looking for a change, maybe an opportunity here for the Capitals to take advantage. Here's McHenry. McHenry puts it down deep. She looks ahead to the bench for a change as McLean picks it up. She's got a Capital player quickly on her. And they steal the puck. Now trying to find some room. Looking over front there is Beaton. She leaves it in behind. Gets it back. Looking to set up here from the corner. Back to the bottom of the face-off. The pass out front. A little bit too far. As in the area was Kelly. She couldn't quite get a stick on it. Lynx able to clear. Now at center. They're going to dump it in deep. As Brown heads to the bench as she puts it down in the corner. Puck will come outside the zone. Icing's waved off. Not going to make it far enough anyway. As it's picked up inside her own zone by Gabrielle. She's going to bounce past behind the net. Get it back. Trying to bring it up ice now. Whiffs on that pass attempt, but does regroup and get up to Cremo, who puts it inside the zone. Capitals going to move right back, going heads up there. As Dowling was able to put in deep, and she had to deal with the Lynx player coming quick in on her. Now Gabrielle. Quick pass over far side. They just stay on side. Drop pass at the blue line. As they try to put it in deep, Capitals pick it out of the scrum. They look up through the middle. There's McHenry trying to get a step. And she gets taken down, still down, trying to get back up, but the referee's arm is up. And we're going to get a tripping call, and the Capitals going to get their first power play of this game. Looking for the equalizer here. Tripping will be the call as number 13, Kate Ford, will head to the box for 2 or less. This faceoff will come to the blocker side of the Lynx goaltender. Not a bad crowd here this afternoon. The announcers into it, got the music going quite loud. And the girls have been having an excellent game here so far. We're only halfway through the first period. Capitals lose the handle. Almost a chance here for a short-handed break. Trying to get loose was Austin. As Layla Austin puts it in deep, forcing the Caps to pick it up in their own zone. It's going to be Payne. Payne stops up. She looks up ice. To Kearney. She spins back. Didn't like what she sees. She's going to give it back to Payne. Now a quick pass up. A little bit too far. And that's going to go the length of the ice. Thought it might have been icing, but no call. Play continues. Along the boards now. Lynx able to clear the zone. Payne, last player back. Looking to move it up. Kearney looking to chip it in. She heads for the bench as the battle ensues along the boards. They do get it deep. Lynx trying to find it from the corner. Going to rim it around the boards, and it's going to come outside the line. Leslie going to drop it back. Spinning back now is Wilkie. Gets back to Leslie. Leslie looking for a lane. She likes to pass up through the middle. Deflected for the moment, now picked up. Trying to use that long reach. Stopping at the top of the circle, looking towards the front of the net. Pass, cross ice, goes off his stick, but kept it at the blue line. Now passing along the boards. Bottom of the circle, bringing it back up top. Quick pass at Leslie. Leslie has a look. She's going to fire one. It gets her rebound. It's going to come all the way back out to the blue line. Quick pass again to Leslie. Leslie got to fire another one. That hit the body in front and goes to the corner. Chance here for the Lynx with about 25 seconds to go in the power play, but they can't clear. Beaton walks in, fires one, it's off the bar. Right off the crossbar. Beats the goalie, but can't beat the iron. Now another chance here from the short side. This one that Power is able to see, and she's got to hold on. 16 seconds here on the power play. As coming that close. As the timekeeper is calling for the attention of the referee. With 16 seconds up on the power play. To look for a little correction maybe on the live game sheet. I'm not sure. As they have a quick chat now with the Lynx bench. Unless there's a player not on the roster maybe. As they're bringing the iPad over. So trying to, there's no listening. We're up here in the middle of the stands between the two fan bases. So not sure what the conversation is, just that the timekeeper has the iPad in hand and talking with the coaches of the Lynx. Now going to head over to the Capitals bench to fill them in. Shots now 5-2 in favor of the Lynx. Capitals had all kinds of chances, a lot of them getting deflected or not getting through, and of course that last beautiful opportunity that went off the crossbar. Looks like everybody's okay now. Nothing extra up on the clock. So we'll get them signed up for this face-off, and the Lynx going to win it to the corner. But the Capitals come down and take it, trying to take advantage of the outside. Papa moves it out front, and a bouncing puck. Couldn't quite get on the stick there as Asbridge. Now at the blue line. Leslie holds the line. The penalized player gets ready to step out of the box. Walking up, beaten from the top of the ringette line. That shot doesn't get through. Now as they look up ice, the penalized player was in behind for a moment, but they move it over. Now she's going to get it. Looks towards the goal, trying to get that through. That's going to go off his cape. And then it comes back, or it's deflected. Just going to miss wide on that far side. So the Lynx trying to feed out that power play, or that penalty kill, sorry, as they try to bring the puck in. This time it's Vickers. Can't quite get the shot through. Puck in the corner. As they just get to announcing the penalty that's already expired, as they're dealing with some technical issues, I'm sure, in the box, but looks like he had it all up. And there's two players getting all spun up as Vickers and Ashbridge go down at center. As Parach puts it in. She's going to head for the bench for a change. Now looking for some room to skate up ice. Here's Walter. She loses the handle on the boards as the Lynx have it. They're going to give it right back as both teams having a little hard time. Might be a little early for these teenagers here, of course, an 11 o'clock game. We say early for them, not for us, of course. It's picked up by Jodry. Jodry hands it back to her D-core, who looks up ice, trying to get Alden here. In stride, look for some room on the short side. There's a pass, below the circle, and try to get the backhand out front, and they had a teammate going to the far post, couldn't quite get her to pass. Now from the far side, trying to cycle it back down low. Looking for it there is McHenry. She cycles it back in behind. Picked up in the corner. Look for some room to skate. Picked up. Jodry going to step in. Fire a shot. Get a blocker on that. It was Power. Rebound is picked up in the corner. It's Caps all over this puck right now. Lynx find it, and they move it around along the boards. Trying to clear. And they do chip it out ahead. Brown gives chase. Getting back there first is going to be Parsons. She's going to hand it off. And now it's handed off from the far side as Parsons joined the rush. Give it to Kearney. Try to give it back to Parsons. Parsons trying to put it down low. There's Kearney. Leaves it in the corner. Going to come back up top. Payne ripping a shot. That goes off his stick. That's deflected to the corner. Now to the far side. Lynx looks to move it. They clear it out. A little bit too far with the pass. See if this makes it far enough for icing or not. And just getting there in time. And the question back there for the referee. She thought she might have won the race, but referee says no. It's usually the hash marks, obviously for safety. But icing will be the call. About 4.5 remaining. First period, 1-0 Lynx. That goal come way back within the first minute of this hockey game. This face-off coming a scramble draw. The Lynx find it. Take it in behind their own net. Looking for a loose puck, though, was Kearney. Trying to knock that loose. 2 white jersey, 2 black jersey, trying to knock that out. Referee right there yells at them to move it. Does pop out. It's going to be picked up by Parsons. Parsons brings it up top. She looks for an opening as she goes around the world with it. Now down in the corner. Payne chipping in from the blue line. She's trying to keep it deep. Pops up from the corner. Lynx move it. Payne holds it. She's going to turn and fire. That's going to get right through. But right in the old breadbasket of power, she's going to hold on and force another face-off. Both teams making some changes. Face-off will come Trapper side of the Lynx goaltender. Lynx get the draw, look to clear it out. Fires the blue line, held in by Harlan, who puts it down in deep. Now from behind the net, Lynx will try again. Looking to skate one right up through the middle. This pass goes off the stick of Peruch as she puts it inside the zone. Capitals roaming around the old horn. Lynx force it back. Race to the far side for it. As Harlan and Peruch give battle, but the Caps will bring it out. Chipped up here at center. And the referee's arms up as well. I had a quick look over my shoulder. There's going to be another tripping call as Leslie was trying to get a step here on the inside. Gets tripped up, and the Lynx will head back to the penalty box. This time it's going to be number 8, Jayla Andrews, in the box for 2 or less. As we're all set up on the walking track up here to get a couple young families and some rollerbladers whiffing by me. Have a quick look over the shoulder. And again, the announcer got the tunes just rocking this afternoon. Lynx with the draw. Having the corner, but losing the corner. Now it comes out front. They get as far as the blue line. The Lynx tried to clear. Now Leslie looking for a lane. Oh, here to Kearney. Hands it off down low, gets it back. Ashton Kearney. Now over to Leslie. She fired one through with some traffic in front, looking for the deflection as standing on the doorstep was Ashbridge. Lynx again, fires the blue line, but not out. Move for a pass over, whiffed on that one. This time, the Lynx able to get it down the length of the ice. As out to play it, it's going to be Delaney. She tried to get a pass herself all the way out there. Lynx would have put it right back in, but it's on the stick of Leslie. Josie Leslie going for a skate with some speed. She brings it up to the neutral zone. She stops up in the corner. Hands it back to the blue line. Now it's over to Kearney. Kearney having a quick look. Gets it down low. From the corner now. Gets it back. But they're trying to set up a little give and go. There's a backhand pass out from it. A little bit too far. It's reaching ahead was Prince, but she couldn't quite get a hold of it. And the Lynx able to clear. Now maybe a chance here as the Lynx are making a change. Kearney the 1-on-4 as her teammates are making a change. 45 seconds left on the power play. Little drop pass. Just inside the circle. Looking out front, looking for deflection. That goes through the skates. And the Lynx will try to clear, and they do. Payne going to pick it up now behind her own net. Maybe one last rush here on the power play for the Caps. As looking for some room is Wilkie. She takes it down in the corner, stops up, hands it back to Payne. Payne going to go cross ice with it. Little move from McHenry, but the Lynx picked that off in the corner. They look for some open ice. They'll send that all the way down. Should pretty well do it for the power play. As Delaney had to be careful there. She came up, got a paddle on it, and she deflected right in front of her own net as the penalized player steps back on the ice. That pass picked off by Vickers. Vickers looks to come in. Vickers looking for the room short side. Vickers looking out front, but can't quite get the pass through. They both teams whack away at it, and it comes to the side of the goal. The Lynx still have it. Cycle it down low. Looking to bring it back out front. To go back to the blue line, but she's making a change. Didn't realize the puck was coming towards her as Vickers. Now a chance here for McHenry. She couldn't quite make anything happen. Under a minute to go here in the first. Lynx pressured in the corner. Chipping in from the blue line. Now the Lynx will try again. And again, can't clear the line. They'll try the opposite side now as they're rimming around. up through the middle. Pass a little bit too far ahead. 30 seconds remaining. Battle right in front of the Lynx bench. They had the door open there too. Had to be careful. Able to bring the puck in now is Beaton. Beaton from the corner. Beaton has a quick look as she stops out. She goes back to the blue line. Here's a wrister that doesn't quite get through as it hits a shin pad in front. Lynx pick it off. Again, not clear. Second attempt though. This one should be 10 seconds. Maybe one last opportunity here as Brown brings in. She can take a long range shot. Not going to go up over top of the bar. Now from the corner, Caps just looking to freeze the puck along the boards now as the horn goes. That'll do it here for us after one end-to-end action. Lynx scored one early, and that's the only one up on the board. We'll take a short break here. Shots on goal after one, 7-6 in favor of Cape Breton. We'll take a break, about 10 to 12 minutes, and be right back for should be an entertaining second period. See you right in a few. And we'll welcome the teams back to the ice surface. We'll switch ends. We'll get ready here for the second period. Lynx lead 1-0. Early goal coming in the very first minute there of that first period. Couple power plays for the Capitals. One for the Lynx as well. Either team unable to capitalize. And just like we had to start the first period, little ice maintenance being attended to by the officials. Looks like they're having it under control, and we'll get this ready for the second period. The Lynx, they're ready to go. They got their sticks going on the boards. Fans making their way back to their seats. And here comes the Lynx right off that draw. Looking to bring it in deep into the corner. Trying to find some room all the way around the back of the goal, lose the handle, and then the cap will bring it back quickly the other way. With some speed, they stay on side, far side. Now looking out front, looking for deflection, and couldn't quite get a hold of it as crashed the goal. There was power. Now at the blue line, Lynx trying to push out, kept in by Kearney. Kearney, she fires one. She got a player open in front. She shot and scores! Just to start of the second that they wanted, shot from the blue line, and the rebound was sitting in front, and making no mistakes, sitting on the doorstep is number 22, Sydney Power. And we're all tied at 1. First save was made there by Power, but the puck was still loose. The official was right there and jumping on it quickly and popping it into the back of the net. Wait for the official goal announcement, of course, but 30 seconds here into the second period. We've got a 1-1 hockey game. As the officials trying to get the wingers to back up here before she drops the puck. They just sneak right back in. And now they'll blow the whistle again. As it's watching McEachern and Kelly just right down below us. And they'll turn again. They'll try it. All you can do is get a little chuckle. Trying to get any advantage they can here, and they don't blame them. Here's the Lynx with the draw. They go D at their own blue line, chip it up ahead, gets inside the zone, but moving it right back out is Leslie. Lynx have to get back on side, chance for the Caps to clear the zone. Here's the goal announcement. Kearney getting the assist marker on that as well. The announcer, it's quite loud in here, so I'm trying not to talk over him when he gets going, as the Lynx will hit the center ice, dump it in deep, no icing. Both teams look for a loose puck in behind the net, and they can take it to the corner. Referee behind the net saying, it's knock it free, it's loose, and there it is along the boards. Lynx trying to come up with it, trying to fire one from the sharp angle and misses well wide on that far side. Lynx hold the line. They're trying to put that one up, was it gone? Couldn't quite get through, now it's picked up by Kelly. Kelly, she's looking for a change, and she puts it down deep. Excuse me. Now the Lynx looking to clear. Puck picked off on the far side. Chance here, way from up top. That shot's gonna miss here on the short side. Now along the boards, LaPierre fires one towards the goal. That doesn't quite make it through. She's gonna get it back. Here's another one. Missed on the short side. Both teams give battle, but the Lynx come up with it. They're gonna move it from corner to corner. Getting forced back the other way with it now, though, is Ford. Ford gonna fire one, and watch out on the Caps bench. As pretty tall glass along most of the boards here, but it is shorter just on the ends of the benches before it hits the corner, and then it goes up to the tall glass that comes all the way around down in front of us as Ford puts that other play. Face off, I'll say, inside the zone. Almost 2.5 gone here, second period. Caps get the draw, but it's taken away, and looking to come straight ahead with it. Trying to find some room here is Ava Landry, but she gets to the blue line, take it away. Now Gabriel does a little forearm shiver there, and that's going to be head contact. So the Caps, after scoring to tie the game here to start the second, number 18, Raylene Gabriel, is going to head to the box Now to see if it's 2 or 4. And 2 minutes up on the clock. So power play here for the Capitals. They look for their first lead of this hockey game. Get them lined up on the draw. Face-off comes to the half wall. Lynx pick it up to try to clear and able to move it up to center. They're going to move it back. Now from their own blue line. Ashbridge hands it off to Jodry. Jodry softs up. Back to the blue line with it. Now Payne. Alexa pass it off here. Bottom of the circle is going to get it back. Looks for some traffic in front. Fires a shot. That's going to go off Perich. It goes to the corner, and the Lynx will send it down the length of the ice. 40 seconds tick off here on the power play. Payne going to pick it up behind her own goal. And she has a quick look up ice. Connects here with Prince, who loses the handle, but going to get some help now from Jodry. Jodry backhands it to the far side. Now trying to find some room. It's Kearney. She drops it back. Walking, ripping a shot, rebound, and powers down with 2 big saves in tight. The rebound's still loose, and somehow she's able to find it. First shot slides over with the pad, and then the rebound came right there, and she's able to get back in position to keep that out, and then freeze the puck at the side of her goal crease. 56 seconds left in the power play. Capitals coming that close. This faceoff, one back to Leslie. Leslie moves it over, walking in, top of the circle, likes to back pedal. She's going to put it down in the corner. Capitals trying to spin off. Is LaPierre. There's a Lynx player on her, but gets it back. Having a quick look. Likes to pass. Now here comes McHenry. She goes back up front. Backhand! And it's off the post. Now it's going to be waved off. I was trying to find the puck down low. The first one went off the post. I believe they might have said, was it kicked in maybe? And what they're saying, kicked in. I see the signal from the referee now. They're just gonna say it's kicked in. First one went off the post and then was bouncing around. And there's the kicking motion from the referee. So with 32 seconds still left on the power play, Capitals thought they got a power play marker, but waved off right away by the official, who was right down there at the crease. Now they're going to push the wingers back again, getting a warning from the official. Faceoff comes back to the blue line. It just held in and picked up there by Leslie. She throws a shot that misses on that far side. Now a chance here for the Lynx. They're going to find the open board, send all the way down. Caps will have to go quick here. They want to take advantage of the rest of this power play. And looking to wheel one up here is Leslie. Josie Leslie with some speed, far side, looking to come back, go front, looking for some room. That's going to go off the outside of the goal. Now the Lynx pick it up, and that'll pretty well do it as a penalized player will step back, go down the ice. Delaney leaves it behind and had a quick look up as 2 Lynx collapse quickly on that, and almost a pass out front. Couldn't quite get everything on it. Was Austin. Now from the corner, Austin again trying to push it to the front. Caps pick it off. And they do move it outside the line. Austin gonna hand it back to Andrews. Andrews loses the handle, and chance there on that far side is Kearney was flying in there, but Power able to hold her post, keep it out, and then quickly back the other way. Here comes Lawand. Can't make anything happen. Caps have it below me, and that's gonna be offside. A little extra move. And Power jumps the line. As they announce it 50-50. As we're 5:17 gone here in the period. And a quick look back in the net. Make sure it's back on. Shots on goal now 11-7 in favor of the Caps. We've scored one early here in the second to tie it up. This face-off in the skates. Lynx trying to find it. They push it forward. Caps are able to find it first as they pick it up and looking to move it over. Pass picked off, though, as McEachern now looking to come back quickly the other way. McEachran, little drop pass, shot towards the goal, doesn't make it through from Gabriel. Now the Capitals push up along the boards inside the Lynx zone. Gabriel spinning away, takes it along the boards, gets pushed back. Now looking for some help from McNeil. She's going to hand it off to McGinnis. McGinnis quickly up here to McEachran, who goes nice cross ice pass to Brown, who just came off the bench. Moving inside the zone for the moment. Now puck's, it's sitting up on top of the penalty box, kind of in between the door and glass, right up on edge. Don't see that too often. So the whistle will go. Faceoff will come right in front of the Lynx bench at the offside dot. 6 minutes gone here now, second period. Faceoff controlled by the Lynx. Putting it down deep is McLean. Delaney out to play it. Puts it to the corner. Capitals trying to move it. Gets forced back. Gonna take it behind her own net. She looks up ice. Up through the middle. Pass picked off right inside the blue line. But the extra effort there by the Capitals able to push it out. Lynx out to tag up on the offside. Back behind her own net now is Beaton. She looks to move it up to Parsons. Tries to chip it out. That's kept in at the blue line by McLean. Now behind the net. Pass is picked off. Trying to carry it out here right beside her own goal, but finds some room as Wilkie. Little chip and chase as she comes inside the zone. Gets there first in the corner. Takes it all the way around. A wraparound chance, but couldn't find any room there. She cycles it back down low. Picked up by Beaton. Beaton from the corner. Trying to go up top with it. Lynx picked that up. They're going to flick one up ahead. That's going to hit a glove on the bench. And the whistle's going to go. Exactly 7 minutes gone now here. Second period, 1-1 hockey game. Shot 11-7 in favor of the Capitals. All right, these two teams played yesterday. The Capitals coming away with a 5-0 victory. Obviously still lots of time left in this hockey game, but we're all tied at 1 as the puck comes on the boards and then chipped up ahead. Here comes the Lynx. That far side, Landry has a partner with her. Alexa shoots, scores! What a shot from outside, right from the face-off top. Fires that one upstairs with an absolute laser beam. As Ava Landry gives the lead back to the Lynx. It's 2-1. Looks off the pass out front as she had a player crash in the goal and goes back far side on her angle over the glove. And in the top corner, Lynx lead 2-1. From the face-off at center, along the boards. Capitals inside their own zone now with it. They're going to hit center. Harlan throws a shot towards goal. It's going to hit the player in front. Roll in on top of Power. She's going to take no chances. She's going to cover up. And we'll get a face-off now inside the zone. I want to thank everybody again for tuning in here this morning. Of course, Super Bowl Sunday. High Button Sports got lots of great games all afternoon before the big game here this evening. Make sure you check out the YouTube page as well, as all the games get uploaded after they're done. And there's been some great ones this weekend. Of course, the playoffs for U18 boys, U16, U15, and of course U18 female, with games all across the Maritimes and High Button and all the rinks. Trying to bring you the best coverage we can. We're trying to bring the puck up here. They're trying to listen to the goal announcement. As the Capitals going to put it down deep, give chase. A big collision there and behind as both teams flying after that loose puck. One player lost an edge. Everybody's up and okay. Capitals pick it out of the corner. The referee's arms up here in behind. I think they might have got a little hook action there on the hands maybe. And there's a signal from the official, and hooking will be the call. Another one going against the Lynx. As it's got to be number 18. Rylan Gabriel heading to the box. Hooking's the call. So the Capitals with another power play opportunity looking to tie this hockey game up. Face-off coming blocker side of power. It's in the skates, kind of a scramble draw that the Caps come up with. Move it back to the blue line. They look to set things up. Payne got to get it knocked off her stick and had to hustle back to pick it up here on neutral ice. Now inside her own zone. Last player back, tried to go cross ice with it. Lynx get a piece of that. They look to put it right back in. Payne again. This time, got a little stutter step as she brings the puck up ice. Hands off to Jodry. Jodry gains entry to the zone. Stops up down deep in the corner. Back to the blue line. Kearney. Over to Leslie, who's calling for it. Leslie going to wire one up. That's going to be blocked. As getting her body in harm's way there is Austin. And then she kind of cleared out to the neutral zone. Caps quickly the other way. 45 seconds gone here on the power play. Looking to go in front. Look for a cross crease pass there. A little bit too much sauce on that one. And then the Lynx able to clear it back out. Now a race for it. Maybe a shorthanded break. And Delaney comes way out. And a change being made. But on said change, the puck came right over as everybody jumped on the ice. So a golden opportunity now. It's going to be 5-on-3 for a too-many player call. A bench minor as pleading her case is Landry, to the official. To no avail as the penalty box door is open with a minute to go here on the first power play. Now 5-on-3 for the Caps. So a chance to tie, and then they can stay on the power play with a chance to take the lead. As we're just over 9 minutes gone here, second period. Face off down deep now, 5-on-3 for a minute. As serving the penalty is number 13, Kate Ford. And here on the draw, we're going to watch the Capitals set up. Wilkie going to hand over to Kearney. Walks in, top of the circle. Alexa fan off, back to Wilkie. Now she's over to Prince, back up top, Wilkie. Kearney, top of the circle, walking in right for the face-off top, looking for the room, fires one, and going to miss that one here on the short side, and that's going to come all the way outside the zone. And watch out there, running into the official. Looking back there is Wilkie. They both got caught looking down at the puck. Now here at center. Picked up by Ashbridge. She brings it inside. A little backhand pass to the far side. Looking to set up, back up top. Wilkie, she looks for a lane. She fires one. That gets blocked in front. 10 seconds to go here, 5-on-3. Moved over, walked in, top of the circle. There's another shot. That's fired well high. As the first penalty gets ready to expire. So it's 5-on-4 now. There's a shot. Power down. There's a deflection in front. Rebounds pushed aside. Now looking to spin away. Prince puts it down low from the corner. Ashbridge trying to dig it out as both teams pin that aside. 40 seconds to go here to power play. Caps come out, look for a pass out front as Power's down and able to find it as diving forward with it was Kearney, but couldn't quite find any room there as Power was down and able to keep it out. 35 seconds remaining here on the penalty. Face-off stays in the zone. This time it comes to the far side. This one kicked back to the blue line. Moved in, coming to go back up top, but getting a stick on that as the Lynx able to clear it out to the neutral zone. Now Parsons hands it back. They go crisscross. Now Beaton looking for a lane. Beaton goes to the far side as they stay onside. Takes it deep to the corner. 10 seconds here remaining on the power play. Maybe one last opportunity. The penalized player gets ready to step on the ice. Here's Power. Moves over quick one time. Didn't get much on that. So as the penalty expires, Ellie Power, goaltender for the Lynx, going to hold on as we get it back to 5-on-5. Just under 9 minutes remaining here in the second period. Caps start the second, scoring one early, tying it up. And the Lynx regain their lead. Now they have the puck deep in the corner, trying to rim around far side. Chipping in from the blue line, no. Was Wilkie. Wilkie trying to walk out front. Loses the handle, and the Lynx will start off the other way. Gets pushed to the far side. Player gets taken down. Play continues. Brown tried to go out front. That comes in behind. Now from the corner. Caps pick it up. Parsons lose the handle, maybe a chance here, firing one in there. There's Delaney coming way out to the top of her crease as Brown had an opportunity there as the puck landed on her stick as he fired one just inside the ringette line. Delaney holds on though, forces the face-off inside her zone. Face-off here. Glove side of the Caps goaltender. One back by the Lynx. They like to put it down deep in the corner. Now pass out front, but couldn't quite connect. It's going to be picked off by Dowling. Haley Dowling going for her skate. She brings it up over the blue line. Chips one towards Power, who's going to take no chances as it lands right on the side of her crease. She's going to put the big mitt down, hold on, force a face-off as we approach 8 minutes remaining here in the second. This face-off put down in deep by the Caps to the opposite corner. Gabriel is going to fire a backhand out. It's going to go just underneath the mesh and on top of the glass, out of play, keeping the face-off inside. There's one for the fans. They still wait for Youngin to go chase that one down. A couple of kids going looking for it now. I think it went right down underneath the stairs there in the tunnel. Great souvenir for a young fan here, taking in a great hockey game. This face-off, one straight ahead. Here comes the Lynx. Far side, look for some room. And losing the hand low, and then touching that one and dumping it deep because it would have been offside. Play continues. Some room here now for Payne. Payne trying to find some room. She looked for some room to dance right down Main Street. She likes to hand it off on the far side. And a little fake pass is bringing all the way behind the goals Wilkie. She hands it up top. And I apologize, that's not Wilkie, that was Alden. As that 16 and 18 look similar. Either way, Lynx have it now. Trying to move it up ahead, getting spun around, now got to get a race for it. Trying to get back there first is Harland. She's going to move it out quickly. McHenry trying to leave it there for Jodry. Lynx break that up, but the Capitals have it at center. Trying to find some room with McHenry. Gets spun out just inside the blue line. Lynx go cross ice with it. Takes a bounce and going to come out here to center. Now Harlan spins around, moves up far side. A couple fresh legs off the bench. They put in deep. Giving chase and getting there first is going to be McLean. She moves up along the boards. Now up through center. Quick pass to the far side for McNeil. Doesn't quite make it. Caps pick that off, and they look to bring it back the other way. Now there's Wilkie as he tries to force her way to the front of the net. Gets forced to the boards. Puck pops out. Lynx have it. Little chip pass up here to McNeil. Or sorry, that's McEachern. McEachern has no room when she was by herself trying to find some room along the boards. Caps quickly took that away from her. Now the Lynx from the far side trying to find it. On the backhand, forced her way to the front of the goal. Trying to find some room in that far side. Delaney down, makes a save. Rebound's picked up. Trying to walk out again from the slot. Fires one towards the front. Didn't get much stick on that one, but Delaney does move it aside. Back to the blue line. McEachern to a defense partner on the far side, who puts it down deep. The Lynx moving the puck well on the outside here. Trying to find some room to get it to the front. Big battle in front of the net as well. Now look for some room. A little move there. Trying to find it was McNeil. She gets taken down and then pass was Brown trying to go front. Now it comes to McNeil, who goes back up top. There's Vickers. He fired a shot with traffic in front. Where's the puck? And I think Delaney has it. She does. Small cheer for a second from the Lynx bench, but Delaney has it. There's all kinds of traffic in front and right at the top of her crease, and maybe some of it spilling into her crease. So she had to deal with a bunch of players, and a shot from the blue line somehow finds a way, and she's able to make the save. Face off now to her right. It's kind of a scramble draw that the Caps are able to find. Looking like chip one up ahead as they hit the red line. Going down there first is Power. But the Lynx will come under the scrum with the puck. Along the boards now. The Lynx trying to find some room as they bring it inside the line. But it's backhand quickly. Referee's arms up. I think it's going to be touched by a high stick, and it is. So with 5 minutes to go here in this second period. Faceoff will come deep in the Lynx zone as the player got their stick well up above the shoulders. Made contact with the puck. Shots are going out 15-11 in favor of the Caps. That they're down by 1 with a chance here now. They fire a shot from the blue line. But Power is able to come out to the top for crease, make the save, hold on as Leslie fires that one from the blue line. We'll redo that draw down low. Lynx making some changes. And again, multiple times are the wingers, every faceoff almost have been trying to encroach in as far as they can. And then the faceoff, when that's off the outside of the post, as Harlan with some traffic in front, fired that one and had some room, but it goes off the outside of the post. Lynx will chip it out. Hustling back now is Ellie Harlan. She picks the puck up in her own zone. Looks to chip it up along the boards. Lynx stops that at center. Now Gabriel, quick pass far side. There's a long shot, that's going to miss on the far side. Capitals looking to pick it up, looking to clear it out. Parsons causing a little trouble there to see if this will make it far enough for icing, and it's going to be waved off as Ford sent it down the length of the ice. Now it's picked up by the Caps here at center. Both teams looking for it. Caps able to force it deep. Ford going to give chase as she has Dowling on top of her, trying to find a loose puck in the corner. Pops out here to the blue line. There's a shot here from Lapierre. Gets through, hit the body in front. Puck's loose in the skates. It's going to pop down to the corner. Picked up now by Brown. She tries to force it along the boards. Caps have it again. Handed off here. Lapierre fires another shot with traffic in front and standing right on the doorstep as that puck gets through. And Power's able to make the save at the Caps with some pressure here with this shift. It's another one that gets through. Rebounds push aside as Power. And as she deal with a shot from in tight, but also with all kinds of lags in front of her as the Capitals, again, relentless on this puck right now in this shift. Trying to dig it loose. Lynx trying to find it in her skates. She gets taken down, and the Caps trying to pop it out. And they have it. Far side, looking out front. Going to chip it back to the blue line off the boards. Quick shot. There's a jet, and you can see again with a black jersey right in front of her on the doorstep. Power is able to make another save. Force it to the corner. Lynx going to force it to the far side. Bouncy puck takes a Caps roll. And they have it again. Looking out front. Cross ice pass. Wilkie. Hands off first to the corner. And there's another shot out front. Getting a stick on that. Was beaten. And there's Power with some pushing and shoving as she's able to hold on to it in the side of her goal crease. And getting a little tap there from her teammate. As all kinds of action there in tight from the Caps, coming that close to tying it up. 2:33 remaining here, second period. Shots 18-11 now in favor of the Greenfoot Capitals. This face-off picked up by the Capitals in the corner. Lynx trying to move it. They force it out. Now it's picked up by Vickers as she looks up ice. As they finally clear the zone. Not going to make it far enough for icing. Spinning back is Walter. She goes off the board as far as the blue line. Now there's a long wrister. Look for a deflection in front. Bounces around as it doesn't quite get through. But it's kicked in by Vickers. Now from the far side, walking out and a backhand wraparound attempt. Had to go through the blue paint out the other side. Lynx keep it in. They start to move it around. Another chance trying to push it to the front, and it pops out. Now chipping in from the blue line, but she elects to pass it off. Thought she should have took that shot. Now the Lynx will have to reset. Try to get back on side. They put it inside the zone. Caps will look up ice. Trying to get in behind the D here is Beaton. Beaton takes it down deep to the corner. As her and Vickers battle, Caps going for the pass, fresh off the bench with the backhand, another one off the bar. As flying in, throwing that backhand upstairs, but it hits the crossbar. Now the Lynx will try to clear. So they move it up to Lawwind. She puts it down deep. Her teammates are making a change, and she gets taken down in the corner. Fresh off the bench now. Gives it back to her. Trying to go back to the blue line, but the Caps able to chip it out. And the referee's arms up as well, as there's going to be a penalty go to the Capitals as they touch the puck. And we're going to get a cross-checking call. So if they're under a minute to go here in the second, head to the box. I believe it's number 11, Ellie Harland. I think the Caps are looking for a call there as well as they touch the puck. He got tripped up, but to no avail. So power play here to end this second unless they score first. An opportunity for the Lynx to double up the lead. They'd love to do that going into the break. And they win the draw at the blue line. Looks to hand it off. Almost getting a stick on that was Ashbridge, but the Lynx have it down low. Trying to come to the corner with it. Let's go back to the blue line. Little cross ice pass, but chip it in was McGinnis. Now McGinnis along the boards. They'll try to catch up with the play. And either way, the Capitals able to pick it up, send it down the length of the ice. About 30 seconds to go. Lynx, maybe one last rush opportunity here before the horn goes for the intermission. Now on the far side. Looking for some room, go for a little skate. Vickers takes it all the way around. Looks for a pass out front. And he gets as far as the blue line. And it's kept in. Battle from the corner. Just 10 seconds remaining. Gonna have to move quick. Back to the blue line. Walking line. McGinnis fires a shot. Traffic in front. Delaney down. Puck still loose. They bang away at it. And they score at the horn. Power play goal. And it looks like it's going to count. You watch it slowly go over the line. I was checking my clock in the Jumbotron here, and it did cross the line just before the buzzer. But they'll bring it back to center. They're going to put .8 up on the clock. I don't have .8 on mine, so I can't add it too. Power play marker. I didn't see who touched the puck last, but the Lynx will go into the second period with a 3-1 score. As the horn's gonna go a late one with .8 on the clock. Lynx lead 3-1. Shots on goal after 2 periods, 18-13. We're gonna take a quick break here. If those first 2 periods tell you anything, you wanna come back for the third. We'll see you in a few. And just like that, we are back. Getting ready for this third period. Lynx scoring a late one to double up their lead there at the end of the second on the power play. And you can see them on the bench on the far side. They are fired up. See some dancing going on and everything on the Lynx bench. Well, we'll get a fresh sheet of ice. 3-1 hockey game. Caps got themselves in a bit of a hole here. They scored one quick to start the second period. We're looking to do the same here, and they get the draw. They get inside the zone. Lynx looking to move it quickly out. And I should mention it was number 3, Ava Landry, that scored that third goal at the end of the second period for the Lynx. Now the Lynx looking to clear it out. They pass it around inside their zone now. Again, when the announcer talks, he's quite loud, so it's hard to talk over him. But the Lynx will hit the red line, dump it in deep, give chase to the far corner, and push it all the way around the goal. Capitals will look to move it out. Ashbridge gonna lose the handle here at center. Lynx push it back again, now Payne in her own zone. She sidesteps the check as the Capitals will chip it up along the boards, trying to find some room. Stepping here, Parsons fires one, trying to find some room there on that short side, but Power is there with the glove. Ellie Power with a nice little save. Make sure there's no room just inside that post. So you approach a minute gone here in the third. There's a quick start here to the third as well. Obviously, Capitals want to get one here quickly, try to make this a one-goal game as soon as they can. Lynx want to add to their goal lead, of course. As right now they battle on the blue line and it does pop out. As Leslie has to retreat back in her zone. She loses an edge and almost a chance there. Would have been a break. Would have been all alone for McEachran. As Leslie went down and she was the last player back. Now she's got to pick it up behind her own goal. Little drop pass and then she goes out the boards. Another opportunity there. As Madison McEachran has been floating around in the zone and she almost had 2 chances to steal a puck. Kept in at the blue line from corner to corner. Caps will try to clear. And it's going to be Prince moving it up. Pushed in by Parsons. Picked off by McLean, who pushes up. Now 3 Lynx looking to make their way over the blue line here. Little drop pass, walking into it. Little move, pose it around, and Delaney with a big save. Partial 3-on-2 as they move the puck around and trying to move it to that far side. And the quick one time, but a real nice save in tight as sliding over was Lauren Delaney to keep that out. The last thing the Capitals want to be down here is down by 3. They're trying to move it out. Capitals at center. Gabriel going to step up and get it done. They got to wait though, and didn't wait quite enough. The old move that coaches love so much. The extra move right outside the blue line. And she's going to put her teammate offside. 2:06 gone here in the third period. Faceoff's over in front of the Caps bench. And the Capitals will win the draw back. A little DDD inside their own zone. Look up through the middle now. Try to touch one up through. Icing's waved off as it's down deep. Lynx will backhand one to the far side. Pick it up along the boards. Start their breakout now. Look for some room up here through the middle. Down here in front of us, Austin flying here as she takes it down deep in the corner. Going to go all the way around the goal as she brings it all the way around. Now she's going to cycle it back down. Picked off by Beaton. And she's going to lose the handle as the Lynx bring it to the other corner now. And it's going to be Landry. Landry on the backhand. She gets pinned to the corner hard with a nice little check there along the boards. I had a quick look at the referees. They let that go, and the Caps going to bring it up. They're going to have a little chip in the zone as she looks to make a change. Picked up now by Vickers. She tries to go up again. There's another player losing an edge. This time it was Payne, but luckily for the Caps, Landry couldn't quite pick up that pass. They're going to have to check the skate sharper machine for the Capitals, with a couple players trying to get up on their edge and going down. But luckily for the Caps, the Lynx couldn't touch the puck. Goes the length of the ice. Icing's going to be the call. 3 minutes gone now here in the third. Payne going to hold the line. Fires one towards the goal. Emphasis short side. Comes out the back boards. And Power with a good heads-up play. That almost came right back out front off the bottom yellow portion of the board, but she sees it, knew it, gets a glove on it, and forcing another face-off. This face-off, one back, going to go in behind the net. Vickers looking for it. Vickers going to reverse it to the opposite corner, but Capitals players there as Kearney tries to put it back down deep. But it's picked up by the Lynx. Try to chip one up ahead. They're going to say they didn't hit the red line, but then they win the race. So icing's waved off in behind the net. Looking to come back, go front, but can't find some room there is Brown. And the Caps move it to the boards and move it out. But back to pick it up at their own line. Looking for some room now. Down below us here to Vickers, who hits the right side of the red line, heads to the bench as she jumps it in the zone. Right now, the Lynx all over the Capitals here, not giving them any time and space in their own zone as they try to move out. There's an errant pass, be picked up top of the circle, walking in, firing a shot to Delaney with the save, rebound. It's going to be gobbled up as the Lynx is saying all over the Caps inside their own zone. Want to keep this as far away from their goalie as possible as they're just over 4 minutes gone now here in the third. Of course, time slowly ticking down for the Lynx. Probably going a little too quick for the Capitals. They need to score 2 to tie it. Now we're going to get a puck race for it back inside the Lynx zone. But getting back there first is going to be McLean. She takes it from corner to corner, trying to move it up. Gets it as far as the Caps line. And the whistle's going to go as it just comes outside as the Lynx player almost picks it off. But a little too much of the white ice showing on the wrong side of the blue line, and offside will be the call. Face-off will come over in front of the Caps bench. There's the official again trying to push those wingers back and winning it straight forward for the Lynx, but couldn't quite get a shot through. They do hold the line this time. Battle along the boards, may be picked up by Jodry. Jodry looks to clear it out. Does come outside as McGinnis hammers it back in. Lynx tag up. Chance here for the Caps to move it out. They chip it as far as the blue line. Kept in, looking for out front and trying to redirect that. Was Sari Cremo, but couldn't quite get it. She gets taken down now. Loose puck. McGinnis trying to dive for it to keep it in, but the Caps have it. 3-on-2 shaping up. Trying to set something up and just spinning with it. Now they put it down deep in the corner. Picked up, trying to walk out. Trying to find some room to move. Ashbridge gets it to the far side as Leslie just came off from the bench. Back up top. Wilkie looked like she was going to shoot. She likes to go down to the corner. And now it's going to be picked off by the Lynx as Agnew tries to move it out. They get forced back to the opposite side. Cremo trying to get it out. Kicked it to the line but kept in as Prince puts it on the boards. Now the Lynx are able to go high off the glass and Wilkie got to reset. Lynx trying to get a change in. Maybe a chance here on the short side as Prince fires one towards the goal. Didn't get much on that, but crashing the goal is Kearney. But Powers able to get a stick on it, move it aside. Now loose puck, push to the corner. And the Lynx will have it on the far side. Right out in front of their own bench on the chip on a high off the glass and does. Trying to keep up with it as they were making a change. Puts it to the corner. Now we're going end to end here. Prince, the backhand pass, picked off. Maybe a chance here. In alone, Landry fires one, scores! As getting caught on the change are the Capitals and taking full advantage again with an absolute laser beam to the top corner over the glove of Delaney, and it's number 3, Ava Landry, with her second of the afternoon. I realize it's chilly in here that my clock didn't get started, but we got 7:06 gone here now in the third period. We'll get all caught up. They drop the puck at center. We'll wait for the official goal call, of course, from the announcer. But 4-1 the lead here as the second in the back-to-back as the Capitals took yesterday's affair 5-0, but all Lynx here in Windsor. And there's the referee's arm up as the Lynx player went down and took down the Capitals player with her. And tripping is going to be the call. So right after the score, take a 3-goal lead. Capitol's going to head here in the power play. Still lots of time left here in the third period. And with this level of hockey, anything can happen. Sometimes goals can come in bunches. As heading to the box is number 17, Lila Austin. I should say Layla, I apologize. Either way, 2 minutes up on the clock. Face-off coming blocker side on Ellie Power. Power play opportunity for the Caps. They want to get it back to a 3-goal deficit. And they win the draw. They look to set something up. Going to put it down low. Try to move things around. Up top now. Carney trying to find some room. She looks out front, look for a redirect. That gets pushed back to the corner. Now looking out front again. Trying to find an opening. Does get the pass through and diving over to deflect that. She had to kind of reset before she shot. But either way, and getting a tap from her goaltender, I believe it was number 16, Paruch, and diving, putting her body in harm's way and deflecting that out into the netting out of play. 25 seconds tick off the clock here on the power play. In the feet, both teams looking for it. Gets forced to the corner, and the Capitals have it. They look to set up at the blue line. Looking to pass back, but getting a stick on that. Though. Two nice defensive plays here on that shift by number 16 for the Lynx, forcing the Capitals deep back in their own zone now. Now Carney. Didn't like what she saw. She spins back. Looking for some room now. She's got those silky mitts as he brings the puck in. Takes it there to the corner. Spins off. Looking to set up. Looking to drop it, and she does. It lands on a Lynx stick, and Leslie tried to knock it down. Couldn't quite. Lynx taking a change. Leslie got to turn off quick. Pass a little bit too far in front of McHenry. She's able to chip it in. Lynx will try to chip it out, and they do. Leslie again here at center. 45 seconds to go here in the power play. Looking to find some room here on the short side. As Dowling gives it back to Leslie, goes cross ice with it. Look for some traffic in front. Going to come back to Dowling. That was almost picked off. It does cut to Leslie. She fires one. And that hits a shin pad in front. Doesn't make it through. And the Lynx are going to find it and send it down the length of the ice as Leslie tried to stick a stick out to get a piece of it. 20 seconds to go. Caps will have to move quick here on this power play if they want to take advantage. Moved up. Through the middle now with some speed. Trying to find some room. Carly beaten. Loses the handle far side. And the Lynx will finish off the power play as they send it down the length of the ice. The penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. 8.5 gone here in the third. Moved up just below us. As Beaton puts it through, and there's an inerrant check there as two players collided, but they're both up and okay. Now Brown. Brown for the Lynx. On the backhand, looking for some help as McNeil fanned on the shot towards the goal. Capitals look to move it out on the other side. Gets to the blue line, not out. Fakes the shot, looks to move it over. As McGinnis throws one towards the front of the goal. Caps look to move it out. Far side now. Looking for some room. McHenry. Little chip and chase as she finds it in the corner. Lynx take that away, but it pops out. Almost comes right out front. Now from in behind. They reverse it to the far board. Picked off by McHenry. Goes to the blue line with it. Gonna get it back. I'll say she fakes the pass down low as she holds and then fans on the shot, and the Lynx will pick it off. A little 2-on-2 shaping up if they can get it open. Nice play there by Payne to step up. Payne puts a move on. Payne steps up. She fires one. That's going to get Power right in the old logo and makes the save after a nice little dangle to step in. I don't think she quite got all the shots she wanted, but either way, a shot on goal is a good thing. But no rebound as Power gobbles it up as we're almost at the halfway mark here of the third period. This face-off in the feet, walking over it, but can't quite pull the trigger is Parsons. The Lynx will try to clear, does get outside the line. Payne puts it back in. Lynx bring it right back out as they go back and forth on the blue line. But the Capitals have it on the right side of the blue line now. Pass out front, goes off the stick of Austin. They're going to come back to the far blue line. Pass in, walk in, top of the circle, step in, fire shot. That hits something in front as Power was looking one way, the puck went the other way, but it did go wide. Now Payne chipping in from the blue line. She takes it around the goal. She gets pinched off on the far boards. And the Lynx trying to clear on that far side. They just do shovel it out to neutral zone. A sense of urgency now here from the Capitals as they have a 3-goal deficit to try to erase with under 10 to go here in the third. It's moved up ahead on the boards. They scored 5 in yesterday's game. We'll see what they have here to try to finish this third, but the Lynx not going anywhere. They look to add to the lead as they bring the puck inside the zone. They put it down in deep. Capitals get there first in the corner. Ashbridge looks to clear. Get some help from Leslie, who's joined the rush. Leslie gets over the line. They just stay onside. It was a close one. Leslie spins up, back to the blue line. Jodry looks to fire one towards the goal. Hits a shin pad, doesn't make it through. Loose puck pushed over here to the boards. Ashbridge trying to put it down deep and get some help from Jodry. Lynx pick it up on the far corner, though. Going to go off the boards. They do chip it out. Far center. And it's going to be moved right back in. But lands on a Lynx stick, and they're going to put it right back out. They try to connect there, but it is deflected. So no icing. As they try to clear the zone now, up to the middle. Get pushed back is Beaton. Beaton has a quick look, and spinning and turning was Dowling, but she did get a piece of it, so no icing. They put the puck in deep. Now from the far side, Lynx trying to clear. Right in front of their own bench. Caps pulled out of the scrum. Lynx get it, and they're going to hold the line just, but now it's going to hit a glove on top of the bench as they put it back in. Try to have a look on that far side, but the official said it didn't come outside, but either way, they put it back in. It hit a glove, and that'll bring that face-off inside the zone of the Lynx. They're arguing their case, saying they should come outside. To no avail. Face-off will come to the blocker side of Power and gets pushed to the blue line, and it's kept in. It's in the feet now over on that far side, picked up, trying to find some room, walking in. Kearney's going to step up, fire one, but that's going to be well high. Up over top of the goal, off the glass. Now the rebound from the corner. Trying to chip in is Wilkie. Wilkie steps up, she fires a shot, that goes off the blocker, rebounds loose, and gets forced to the wall. And the Lynx were trying to clear it out. Does come just outside the line. And they push it out to center. But it's picked off here by Walter. Moves over to Jodry. Jodry, she fires a shot towards the goal. It goes off his skate, lands in the corner. The Lynx will look to move it up ahead. They do get up to Austin. Hits the red line, dumps it in deep. See the game plan now for the Lynx. Hit the red line, keep getting pucks deep as the Caps quickly back the other way. Here's Parsons. Or sorry, that's Prince. Prince stops up, puts it down low. Leaves it for Audine. The Lynx take that lane away, but the Caps still have it. Looking out front, pass a little bit too far ahead. And now picked up by Brown. She's going to move it far side as McEachern gets over the blue line, puts it into the open corner. I realize the clock didn't start again. It's a little cold here in here this afternoon, so I do apologize. We're down to 6.5 to go. Now from the blue line, put into the open corner. From the far side, and it came right out front as the save was made. Now the Caps will start to move up ice as they try. And the whistle's going to go. Offside's going to be the call. 6:13 here in the third period. 4-1 for the Lynx as they look to split this weekend's games here with the Capitals. I believe when I looked at the schedule, both these teams still have just one game left next weekend. It's Valentine's Day weekend. And then we'll get ready for playoffs as a loose puck picked up by the Caps right in front of their own goal. They start to move it up ice. It's kept in at the blue line. Second attempt does clear it out. But now it's center. It's going to be dumped right back in deep. Picked up in the far corner by the Caps. They start to break out along the boards. They start to chip it out. But stepping in from the blue line is McLean, forcing the Caps back in their own zone. They'll try it again. This time going to look to skate up ice. Trying to find some room. Quick pass up ahead, a little bit too far for Parsons. Get a race for it back the other way as icing's going to be the call as the goalie was heading to the net for the Caps. And now you never know with these coaches nowadays. There's going to be a call. It looked like it was going to be icing. And that's why the goalie, I just thought with a 3-goal deficit, maybe they're just going to pull the goalie and try to erase it, but it was for the delayed penalty. Put my coach's hat back on there. It's not too often you see it pull that much time left on the clock. But hey, nowadays you never know with these new coaches. Anyways, heading to the box is number 19, Cassie Cremo. 2 minutes for cross-checking. And the face-off's going to come outside as the Caps had iced the puck, which when I saw the official's arm up, it was the linesperson that I was paying attention to when I saw the arm up and the goalie heading towards the net. But either way, power play here for the Caps. And they got a hole dug. They need to definitely score on this power play to have any kind of chance here. As we hear the cross-checking call, and the Caps inside the zone. Kearney at the blue line. Gives it back to Jodry. Jodry tries to force it out front. And the Lynx pick that off, and they're going to look to clear. Looking for some room, and holds it is Landry. She sends it down the length of the ice. Caps will look to move it up. Little chip pass along the boards. And claps it quickly on her, though, giving her no time is McEachran. And she's 1-on-3 trying to pinch that puck along the boards. And get some cheers from her bench. Puck does pop out. Now it's Kearney. Down below us here. Trying to find some little drop pass to Jodry, who almost overskates it. Now she picks it back up. Hands it off. Looking for some room. Trying to walk in the circle. Jodry again. Gets it back to Kearney. They're trying to find some room in front. They're going to take a shot. That goes off a shin pad. Doesn't make it way through. Jodry picks it up. She looks back to the blue line. Now from the far side. And an active stick there, but they can't clear the line. As beaten on the backhand. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Back into the blue line for Leslie. Leslie stays on the right side of the blue. Looks to put it in deep, goes off a leg. Maybe a chance that the puck comes out front. Everybody looking for it. The Lynx able to push it to the corner. As both players go down. One hand pass, trying to get out front. As trying to find it there was Power. Now back to the blue line, far side. As the penalized player gets ready to step back on the ice. Going to walk in top of the circle. Elects to shoot, fires, deflected, and another one off the post. I can't count how many posts that puck sent down the length of the ice. Icing's going to be the call. As that one was deflected in front of Ellie Power. And it hit the ice. Hits the post and somehow stays out. This would be a different game if you take away the amount of iron that the Caps have hit here this afternoon. Goalie now pulled. Extra attacker on. 6-on-5. 3:25 to go here in the third. There's a late change there as the Lynx didn't have enough players on. Now they do. Look at them lined up in the draw. This face-off picked up by the Caps, back at the blue line. Net empty down the other end. They're going to do everything they can to try to chip away at this lead. Looking to bring the puck out of the corner. Trying to skate it with it. Lynx pick it off, going to go off the boards, bounce at the blue line. And then we're going to get a race back the other way. Getting back there first, though, it's going to be Walter. Walter moves up quickly. They stay on side as Kearney tries to find some room to move. She spins back. She's going to put one down to the corner. And it's going to be cleared out to center as Harland has a quick look. She tries to move it quickly. Alden moves it up ahead. Now Beaton. Beaton with Power. She tries a shot. It doesn't get through. Rebound goes to be cleared. Loose for a moment. Now second attempt does get pushed out. Now from the far side. They're trying to get center before she put it in deep. She gets spun out. Now back quickly with some speed. Here's Jodry. Jodry trying to go from it. And there's a deflection as crashing the goal as Ashbridge puts it just wide. Puck's going to come outside the zone. Just over 2 minutes remaining here now as they'll bring it back in again. Looking up top, trying to get the pass through, trying to get a stick on it, but couldn't quite connect there with Prince, who is in the high slot. Now it's cleared out. They do get the red line, empty net, and going to push that just aside as bring that puck up there with Lawwood. Now from in their own zone, stick gets flicked away. She has a quick look at the referee. Referee's arm stays down, and she gets back up with her stick. She's looking for a loose puck, but the Caps trying to bring it inside the zone just down below us. Ashbridge brings it back in, trying to find some room. She drags it far side. Ashbridge, she steps in, fires a shot, toe save, rebound. Picked up by the Caps, and they're back up top. Payne moves it over, walking in top circle. There's another shot. That hits a body in front, as the Lynx have been doing all afternoon, putting their bodies in harm's way, trying to protect their goaltender. There's another one that's deflected. This bounces around the top of the crease and somehow doesn't make its way towards the goal. Another shot, doesn't get through, comes right back, firing. This one blocked in front, still loose as they whack away at it. Where is it? As the whistle goes, now some pushing and shoving, but somehow it's underneath number 31, Ellie Power, keeping the puck out. As we got a minute 8 remaining here in the third period, the Lynx should be safe, but I mean, hey, in the NHL wasn't that long ago, wasn't it 3 goals in 37 seconds for the Penguins? Anything can happen to this game. I've been in this rink a long time and seen a lot of things. So we'll stay here inside the zone. They win the face-off back. Here's Wilkie. She's going to put it deep to the corner. Looking out front with a quick pass. Quick one time and another one off the outside of the post. As the Lynx will send that down the length of the ice. Icing will be charged. 53 seconds left on the clock. Another face-off. Back in the Lynx zone. On the draw now. Caps have it. Wilkie trying to fire a shot through. That goes off of Brown, who came up on top of her quick. Now loose puck. I can see from out here. And the puck still loose as everybody whacks away, but the whistle finally goes. And a couple extra pushes after the whistle as they're digging in at the goaltender, but stays underneath her. Another face-off. This one will come from the opposite dot. 40 seconds remaining. This face-off in the skates, and the Lynx going to come up with it. Looks to go for a skate, trying to hit the red line. Little move there by Gabrielle. She looks for the open net, and going to miss there on the short side. Rebound comes the other side, and now the Lynx trying to whack away at it, trying to keep it deep, but it's going to be poked up ahead. Partial 2-on-1 shaping up here, and a good defensive play, and knocking that puck off of Beaton. But she keeps corral it, gives over to Leslie. Leslie got a fire one. That's deflected, and misses here on the short side. And the Lynx try to cheer it out. Loose puck there, and hammering one. That hit a body in front. And another chance there, and then there's Power again as time's ticking down. Makes another save, and they clear it out to the center, and the horn's going to go. And the Cape Breton Lynx, we're going to take this one 4-1 your final. What a game, folks. Final shots on goal, 28-17 in favor of the Capitals. But you got to give your hats off to number 31, Ellie Power. She did her job here this afternoon, giving the Lynx to win. Well, I hope everybody had as much fun as we did up here in the booth. Mike Elliott, High Button Sports. Want to thank everybody again for watching. We'll see you next game.